here on YouTube Live. I'm the host of the Strut Man Show. My name is Mr. Ozzy Neil Rose. Coming to you live on YouTube from my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas. I'm right outside of my good friend's pharmacy, Mr. Mike Sue, the owner of Parker Road Specialty Pharmacy. I want to thank him and all the gang, as always, for always letting me do my live show out here and all my social media work, and it's greatly appreciated. I said in my second live of the day today in my evening post that it'd be an hour late tonight on the show. I did do the commentary segment that took me the longest to get it uploaded, but when I did, there wasn't no sound. I put captions in, it wasn't showing nothing, so I had to delete it. So when the live show is over with tonight and I post the live show highlights, then I'll redo the commentary segment and hopefully I'll have sound on it. So I do apologize for that. But I had a great day out today, strutting as always here in my hometown of Jonesboro, Arkansas. I loved seeing everybody out, seeing all the hand signals in the cars, of course, and hearing the honks. It was a really great day. I really got to go all the way out like I usually do. So I got in, now that I know my actual miles, I got in 6 miles today. Hey, Scott. Scott goes, what's up? Just doing the live show, buddy. How you doing? Of course, you know I was coming on an hour late tonight. I was a little bit late getting back here, but then I knew everything I had to do. But like I said, the commentary segment was a farce, so I'm going to have to do it late night tonight, but I'll get it done. Sometimes I'm late on things, but I still get it done. Hey, at Carson Warner. Hey, Carson. Carson says hi. Hey, Carson. Uh, I still hadn't heard nothing from Jared. Scott, thanks for the hearts, Carson. I appreciate that. Uh, so I don't know. I still can't text nobody. I think I got to wait another 4 or 5 hours before I can on Messenger, Threads, Instagram, Facebook. So there's Jared speaking of the devil right there. He says, "Hey, sorry I missed last night." That's okay, Jared. I couldn't text you. I hadn't been able to text nobody on Facebook, Messenger, Threads, Instagram, because they said I violated their community guidelines, but they didn't say what it was. I imagine it was something I was saying here on the show that I guess Mark Zuckerberg's uh, company didn't like it, but they can kiss my ass. I don't give a shit what he don't like or his company. This live show is not on Facebook. It's not on TikTok. It's here on YouTube. You know. But I got the new tripod up, and of course, it's got different lights. So I got a light going tonight to see how if anybody liked it. I can turn it on different lights to see maybe which ones y'all like. There's purple. Uh, wow. Hmm. There's red. Now that one there, I didn't know I had that one. That's showing like rainbow colors, kind of like there. Uh, Hey, Shonda Thompson says hi. Hey, Shonda, thanks for coming in here and saying hi. I appreciate you. I've only ate part of my supper. I got the Jack's Munchie Meal from my good friends over there at Jack in the Box. I ate one of the two tacos and I ate the curly fries, but I still hadn't ate the other taco or the burger yet. But I'm full for right now, so I'm okay. She goes, I like purple. Okay, well, we'll get you a purple in here. Hang on here. I'll get you a purple. Wow. Blue. There's purple. I got you a purple in there, Shonda. She goes, you're welcome. Well, you're most certainly welcome, sweetheart. Let's see if I need my lit my cigarette there. As you can tell, I got my cricket hat on tonight. My good friends, Cricket Wireless over here on Southwest Drive. Scott, I guess you had a good day today, buddy. I guess you and the wife and kids, I guess. Uh, Jared goes, what did I miss? You mean last night? Not really much of that, just same old, same old. We was all kind of concerned and worried about you because, I mean, I told him, I said, Jared usually sends me music stuff during the day and education about it. And I said, I haven't heard nothing from Jared. And that was on last night's show. I had them to try to reach out to you because I couldn't text nobody because I violated their community guidelines, they said. So who knows. But they, I think Timothy was able to reach out to you, but I don't think he got a response either. But it's okay. I mean, you made it in here tonight. I mean, nobody has to report to me, anyways. I'm just saying, Uh, Now I may have to hook a charger up to my phone here. I got a power charger hooked up to have these lights to come on. That's what it runs off of. They don't look like there's going to be many in here tonight in the chat, anyways, Jared. But like I said, I had a great day out today. It didn't feel as steamy to me today as far as humid. It was humid, but it didn't feel like it did yesterday. Yesterday it was flat, hot, bad out here as far as the humidity went. Scott, I guess your mom's still doing okay. Uh, I know you went down there and seen her for a while, but after she had that back surgery. Jerry goes, yeah, me and a lot of classmates are planning a balloon release. I think it took us all by surprise. She just turned 30. She was a great person. Who are you referring to? Who died? Did somebody die? Scott goes, what's up with the new light? Well, I mean, Shonda, the woman that was in here, I was showing her the different lights that I had. I was showing everybody, and I said, whatever y'all like, we'll settle with. And she said she liked purple, so that's why I did the purple. Jared goes, a girl we went to school with. Oh, okay. I didn't know somebody died. Sorry to hear that. Said she was just 30, so that's pretty young. Shonda, are you still in here? It says we got 8, but that thing lies sometimes. Sometimes it'll say there's more than what there is, and sometimes it don't. So who knows? Yeah, she goes, yes, okay. All right. I didn't know if you were still in here or not. Uh, Now Megan Orr, I know her over at Truman. She has a live show on TikTok, and she always has this background. It looks like at the beach and stuff like that. I don't know how she gets that like that, but it looks pretty nice. Scott goes, now you can have a red light district. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I run into, I was trying to think of her name now, Christina at Harps today, and I got to meet her mom for the first time. Christina had a baby last Thanksgiving, uh, and her mom's a dispatcher for I think for JPD. And she said, we hear stuff on you getting called all the time, Ozzy, but they say, we know better. So I said, yeah. I said, they've been studying me on the sky cameras. They know if I'm out there messing up or what have you. They said, yeah. I said, they don't even come out and bother me or say anything to me anymore because they know whether I'm out there messing up or not. They know that, I'm okay out there. So, but it was good to meet her mom. I'd never met Christina's mom. The baby has really grown since I only seen the baby, I think once, and that was, I think she had it just 2 days before Thanksgiving. And I seen the baby, I think when the baby was like a week old at Harps. But Christina used to come on the TikTok live show all the time. And of course, I got to know Christina really well. So it was nice to meet her mom today. Yeah, they're still getting calls on me at JPD, it seems like. I don't think they get them as much as they used to. People ain't got nothing else better to do than call JPD and bother them about nothing that's going on, as far as what I'm doing. I would tell them, mind your own damn business and don't bother JPD unless you've got a legit reason to call them because JPD knows every move I make. And believe me, if I was out there messing up, they'd cite me and take me to jail just like they would anybody. I'm out there minding my own business, boogieing down. Sean, okay. But yeah, it'd be different if I'm out there doing something wrong, then I would tell you to call JPD or Craighead County Sheriff's Department, either one. But they know I'm not. Scott, what y'all had for supper? Jared goes, I figured you just had a get out of jail free card. You just flash them. Well, no, I mean, but JPD knows what I'm doing out there. They know I'm not breaking any laws, and they know that I mind my own business and I don't bother anybody. And people just ain't got nothing better to do than to call JPD when I'm not doing anything wrong. Uh, Scott goes, ice cream is what y'all had for supper? That wasn't for dessert? I mean, an ice cream supper is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've made meals out on ice cream. I mean, I used to go get a gallon of Yarnell's and I could eat 3/4 of it in 1 sitting. Used to. Scott goes, me. They had you for supper? Your wife and kids had you for supper? Is that what you're saying? Uh, Shonda goes, ice cream or something weird for supper, but it's good. Shonda, do you and Scott know one another? Because his wife's name, I was trying to remember it now, but uh, Scott goes, they had something else. I ate ice cream. Oh, okay. They had something else and you just had ice cream. Okay. Because you put me on there and that's what threw me off. I thought your wife and kids had you for supper. I was fixing to say, that was a pretty bad supper. uh, Shonda goes, no. Okay. Well, see, I was trying to remember. Scott, what's your wife's name again? Don't it start with a B? Because Brittany. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it started with a B, but I couldn't remember what it was. That's why I asked you, Scott. Brittany, yeah. Jerry goes, humidity is supposed to go down next couple of days. Well, today it was hot, don't get me wrong, but it didn't feel quite as humid as it did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? To me, anyways. Now, the wind was blowing pretty good today. I'll say that. Maybe that's what it was the difference was the wind. Usually, the way the winds were today, I usually wouldn't go out, but strutting. But I mean, I went ahead and done it anyways because it'd been 5 or 6 days since I've actually got to go all the way out to Caraway. So, uh, you know, uh, but that's good. I mean, when July gets here, as y'all know, that's when we get the real terrible humidity. July and August. So, I mean, now I did have to take hydration breaks today. I think I only took 2 today. When it's really humid, I had to take between 3 and 4. In fall and winter, most of the time I don't even take one hydration break in a day. But late spring and the summer, then I usually take 2 to 3. Dead heat of summer, sometimes 4. You know. Scott, was the ice cream homemade ice cream? That's my favorite ice cream. Is any type of ice cream homemade. I like it the best. Hey, Bud. Bud goes, that was me honking. Oh, okay. Okay, Bud. So you was in the big town of Jonesboro today. Andy's custard yogurt. Okay, I like Andy's. Yeah. Yeah, I like Andy's. Jared goes, did you see what happened to the Blue Origin space shuttle? No, no, I didn't, Jared. Uh, what happened, if you don't mind me asking? Uh, uh, I like Andy's though. Many different brands from Andy's I like. Uh, Not my smoke here. Jared goes, it went up in flames. Uh, it lit the world like sunlight. The video. Okay, it went up in flames. It lit the world like sunlight. The video is crazy. Okay, let me ask you, who is that? The one that I was trying to think of his name. The richest guy in the world, whatever his name is. That the one he owned, the Blue Origin one, or is it one NASA owned? I don't. That's what I don't know. Because I don't ever get to really watch news really much at all. Still, even on my phone, I don't. Jared goes, NASA owns. Okay, that's what I was. Not Elon. Yeah, right. That's what I was trying to think of. Was Elon Musk, or I knew it was either Elon or NASA one. But no, I didn't know anything about it. You said it lit up the world. NASA. Okay, yeah. But you said it lit up the world like sunlight. The video was crazy. I'll have to check it out. Because no, I didn't know anything about it. Of course. Now I know Jeff Bezos. He had that rocket go up of his. Remember a while back. Uh, you know. Jerry goes, yes, I thought the video was a time lapse of the sun coming up. Well, I'm going to have to check that out sometime tonight. Because no, I didn't see it. I wonder when that happened. Do you know about what time frame here that happened, Jared? Was it like early this morning? Jerry goes, May 28th, but it put all NASA space missions on hold, tore up a lot of stuff. Okay, thanks for the 100s there, Jared. But no, I didn't know. See, I didn't know anything about it. You said it happened on the 28th. It's called the Blue Origin. Hey, Lucas. Lucas goes, Jared is my good friend. Hi, Jared. Hey, Lucas is saying hi to you, Jared. It's called the, let me scroll back to what you said here. It was called the Blue Origin Space Shuttle. Okay, I should be able to just type that in and get to see that. I bet it did because, you know, it costs so much money when something like that happens on the NASA end, you know. I don't know who Lucas is. That's what I kind of thought. Didn't he come in here, the live chat here, a night or two back, a couple nights back, and said he knew you, and you said you didn't know him? Scott goes, going to be a late night. Yeah, I think so. Oh, well, my day hasn't really went the best. Could have went a lot worse today, of course. My night hadn't really went the best either. I've done this commentary segment for 10 minutes. Then it took me the longest to get it uploaded. Then there wasn't no damn sound to it. So it's not been the best of day and the best of night. I've had a lot worse days and I've had a lot worse nights, of course, you know. Comes with the territory. Jerry goes, man, I keep to myself pretty well. Keep your circle small. You stay out of trouble. That's true. That's most certainly true. I can tell you what the commentary segment was about. The topic was friends. You know, and I'm going to read. I'm going to do the same one over. I got it memorized and hear everything that I talked about. You know, I got thousands of friends that like kind of what I do here, as y'all know, Jared Scott. And of course, I think of them dearly too. Don't get me wrong. I would never kick a gift horse in the mouth, but I don't have like a buddy or a woman that's a best friend or anything like that. Those days I think are long gone. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if I would tell, like I told my commentary, said, if you've got a best friend, then you better hang on to that best friend because chances are you're not going to get another one. This is not the '80s and the '90s anymore. You know, it just don't happen. You know, so I'm going to redo the same one. But that's like me. I keep to myself. You know, yeah, I go strutting. Don't get me wrong. I go strutting, but I don't bother nobody. You know, I don't bother a business. I don't bother nobody. I stay to myself. I keep my nose clean. I don't break laws and stuff like that. So that's just me there too. You know, Lucas goes, my bad, Jared. Maybe he knows another Jared. Jared. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got thousands and thousands of what I call not close friends, just no distant friends, I guess you could say. But I don't have a close friend. The last close friends I had them passed on. So you know, it just is what it is. I mean, back in the '80s and '90s, if you had a best friend, it wasn't like you hung together all the time, but you would call at least call one another up a couple times a week. So, hey man, what's been going on? Are you doing okay? You know, but those days are gone. You know, uh, I think, anyways. Jared goes, I have more acquaintances than I do friends. Well, yeah, I see what you mean by that too. I mean, I got thousands and thousands of distant friends that like everything that I do. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have a close friend. Let's just put it like that. You know, that's what I mean. Best way to put it. Mitchell Mon, if I'm saying it right, hey man, there's a big spider on your shirt. Well, there probably is, but I think I just felt it. It'll go away. Believe me, I've had worse things than spiders. I've had to go right over here to the clinic here just to have them pull ticks out of me. Ones that I could not reach. uh, that's pretty embarrassing when you have to go to a St. Bernard's clinic just to have them pull out a tick embedded in your skin that you can't reach. So, I mean, I'm not afraid of spiders. I ain't afraid of ticks, snakes, or nothing, you know. So, uh, y'all see the spider? Well, I don't see it. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Yikes, ticks are the worst, man. Yeah. Now, I've had ticks embedded in me since I've been out here that I could get to, and I ripped them out. I'll give you a case in point. I had one in my scrotum here about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't realize I had it in there. Then when I realized where it was at, you know, yeah, and I had to rip part of my scrotum out to get it out because I wasn't going to the St. Bernard's Clinic for that one. So, yeah, and I ripped a piece of meat out of my scrotum. So, it is what it is. Jared goes, well, Lucas, you are a complete stranger on the internet that I have never met or shared any common ground with. So I'm going to have to pass, buddy. Well, did I miss something by Lucas? I thought I seen what he. Lucas goes, Jared, would you say we are acquaintances? That's the one I missed because uh, Scott goes, how did you get in your scrotum? How did it get your scrotum? I don't know. I don't know how it did. I didn't even realize it was there. It'd been there, undoubtedly, it'd been there for a while, and I had to rip a piece of my scrotum out to get it pulled out. But I did it, you know. I had one in my side over here, and I could not reach even with the pliers to pull it out. I had to go to the St. Bernard's, call it kind of like an AM/PM clinic, and the woman doctor was able to grab it, rip it out. You know, uh, Lucas goes, dang it. but I don't know it. I did. I think it'd been there a while by the time I figured out I had one in there. Jerry goes, sucker was the size of a muscadine. What was the size of a muscadine? What you had a tick? Okay. Well, I know what the size of a muscadine is. So you had a tick that was the size of a muscadine? Lucas goes, I'm going to head out. See you later, Ozzy and Jared. See you later, Lucas. This one wasn't a big tick that was in my scrotum. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a big one. But in order for me to pull it plumb out, I had to pull a piece of meat off my scrotum. But I did. It wasn't no biggie. I had my big boy pants on. Jared goes, if you had a tick for a couple of days, they will get that big. Yeah. Yeah, it was big, but it wasn't the size of a muscadine, I guess you could say. But it was big, you know. Scott goes, no. Shonda Thompson goes, I'm afraid of spiders. Well, I mean, I'm not afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of ticks. I'm not afraid of snakes. I mean, when I was camping out on the 8 Mile ditch, I stomped to death water moccasin that was underneath my tent one night, and I knew I had to pull it out the next day or it'd be stinking. And I didn't know it was a cottonmouth till I pulled it out of there. Great old big one. But I could feel it wiggling underneath my tent, and that bothered me, so I took my left foot and stomped it 5 times. Next day, I pulled it out of there. Now, this is where I got afraid, is if the cottonmouth bit me and I realized it was a cottonmouth and it bit me, then I'd be a little concerned if I wasn't going to be able to get to the hospital in time. Shonda, are you from Northeast Arkansas? Now, if you're not, you don't have to tell what town you're from or anything like that. Because I have a Shonda, I think Allen, that's a follower of mine. I think that's the only Shonda I got. Uh, I think I might have one more, but I can't remember what her last name is. Uh, Shonda Thompson goes, I'm afraid of black widow spiders. Well, there's black spiders and there's black widows. Black widows have a red mark on their back that looks kind of like an old fashioned keyhole. Those are the actual black widows. Uh, Mississippi. Okay, I lived in Mississippi when I was a boy, real little boy, for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. We lived in Senatobia. I lived with my aunt and uncle there, very long time ago. I'm more afraid of the brown recluse spiders because this is how they are. Usually, it's within an hour or two your skin starts rotting. So I'm more. If I'm afraid of any spider, I'm really more afraid of a black widow. I mean, of a brown recluse. Shauna goes, it actually looks like an hourglass. I've seen one before. Yeah, but usually they have on top of their back, it looks like kind of a reddish, like an old reddish keyhole, old fashioned one, is what it kind of looks like. If it's just a black spider, it's not a black widow. Now, I'm not saying it still couldn't make you sick if you got bit by a non poisonous spider. It's like a non poisonous snake can still make you sick. Now, your tarantulas are not poisonous. They're not. My wife, she got bit by one in the hospital. And an hour after she got bit by it, it done rotted out about a $half size coin, just about that much, out of the side of her skin. So that's why I don't like about your brown recluse spiders. Shonda goes, It's actually up under their belly. Okay, okay, I got that wrong. It's up underneath their belly. Okay, I thought it was on their back, but it's up underneath their belly. Okay. Have you ever been bit by a black widow, Shonda? If you don't mind me asking. Now, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to. It's not mandatory on here. Nobody has to answer any questions. Just on your own free will. But I was, thinking about Christina today. Christina's a real young girl. She's 20, I think, and she had her baby a couple of days before Thanksgiving. Real pretty baby. I got to meet her mama. It was nice to see Christina. It's been a while since I seen her. Jerry goes, so old Bud Luck was in Jonesboro. Yeah, and he was in the live chat here for just a second, and then I guess he got out. Yeah, I was telling him, I think he was in the live show last night Jared come up with the name Bud Luck, Bud. I said, because when you have a series of unfortunate events having bad luck, we don't call it bad luck, we call it Bud Luck. But hey, he informed me what happened to Abe Mercury, and it was sad about what happened to Abe. Abe was putting shingles up on his roof, and he had a stroke and fell off the roof. So he had just gotten out of a Memphis hospital. So uh, Shonda goes, no, she had never been bit by one. Okay, that's good. That's good. Lucas was timed out by Scott. Well, that's like me. I had to watch out when I'm out in public, and it is true. I act up too much. The cops might say, well, we ain't going to cite you, Ozzy. We ain't taking you to jail, but by God, we're putting you in timeout. you know? So that'd be something right there if they told me, we ain't going to cite you. We ain't taking you to jail, Ozzy, but we are putting you in timeout. you know? Hey, Courtney Ammerman says hi. Hey, sweetheart. Scott, don't put me in timeout now. That was something. I've never seen that on here before, Scott, because I know you're the moderator, but uh, I've never seen where you ever have put anybody in timeout. Uh, Scott goes, how many people is in the live chat? It shows 5, but it don't tell the truth sometimes. Sometimes it's more than that, sometimes it's less than that, sometimes it's on the money. Shonda goes, no, I haven't ever been bit by a black widow. Well, that's good, sweetheart, because uh, you know that's a good thing. I've never been bit by a brown recluse. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be either. Scott goes, man says 10. I was wondering who's all in here. What, yours says 10? Mine says 5. Hey, USA. USA goes, I just ate a 20-piece chicken nugget and some cookies and ice cream. Wow. Okay. Scott goes, yep. Well, it shows 6 on mine now. Is what it shows on mine now, Scott. Okay, I got to check my percentage here. So let me hook this up right here. That's the only way I can check it. Well, it's not showing it. Hang on, guys. Gotta. Shoot. Imagine that. Huh. Okay, 61%. It wasn't showing it. Now it's showing it. So I don't know what it was. And my phone fell out of this little thing right here. So I got to put it back in, guys. So it's going to shake a bit. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. The USA, Shonda goes, is there poisons? They are poisonous. Black widows, well, don't get me to line. I mean, I don't know for a fact. Well, from what I gather, yeah, that's why they call them black widows, is because used to, if they bit you, you usually made your spouse, a widow, So I think today, I mean, as long as you get to a hospital, I think they can save your life. But uh, Shonda goes, but black widows are poisonous. If you get bit by one, there's an amount of time before you die. I think, yeah, that's why they call them black widows, because they are deadly. But as long as you get to a hospital in time, you usually fare out okay. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah. I mean, if you don't, then that's a different story. You'll die. Now, brown recluses can be just as lethal, but they take a lot more time if you don't go to the hospital. Eventually, what will happen is, yeah, it'll rot you, but then it'll set up infection in the bloodstream, and then that's how it'll kill you. So they can be lethal too if you don't go to the doctor. I had a friend of mine, he knew he got bit by a brown recluse, right? And it started rotting on him. And then after so long, it got in his bloodstream, and he lost his mind. And his girlfriend got him, called a friend, and they got him an ambulance, and they had to cut half his leg off just to save his life, So that's why I say brown recluses can be lethal if you don't go get it taken care of. I mean, I guess there's other poisonous spiders too, but I wouldn't know what they all are. But I know a tarantula is not poisonous as far as poisonous. Now, I'm not saying you might not get sick from getting bit by a tarantula, because you probably could. Scott goes, there's, but yeah, that Shonda, if I remember right, I think I watched a documentary on black widows, and that's why they call them black widows, is because it made your spouse a widow. If you didn't get to a doctor, So that's the thing. She goes, yeah. Shonda goes, yeah. That's like you take your rat snakes. They're rapid fire as far as biting you, and they'll just keep biting you, biting you, biting you. They're not poisonous, but they can still make you sick. But maybe why it didn't feel quite as humid to me today, maybe it's because of the winds. Because the winds were up there today. Shonda goes, at least they saved his life. Okay, I guess I'm lost there. Let me scroll back here, Shonda. Okay, I don't. Okay, Shonda, I don't know what you mean by that. You said at least they saved his life. Whose life? I don't know who you're referring to. I mean, I scrolled back. I missed the one's comment. I see what you said here. I think, yeah. Well, I think, yeah, there is a certain amount of time before you die. Yeah, I read that too earlier. Oh no, the one I missed was one lineup. It shows three. On lineup, it shows three, meaning what it shows as far as guests. Uh, USA goes ears. Y'all are leaving me off. I'm not following y'all. see here. Come get me a drink. Let me unhook this. Let's see. Still flashing. Shawnee goes, when you said that he got bit by a brown recluse. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Whatever it was that they had to cut off his leg, at least they cut it off in time. They did. Yeah. It was the part of the leg right barely below the knee. And so, yeah. But he knew right off the bat. He told me, he said, I knew right off there I got bit by a brown recluse. I said, well, what was you thinking? I mean, if you knew that, you knew you had to go to it. He goes, well, I thought I could treat it myself. I said, no. USA goes, I'm so full, I have chicken nuggets coming out my ears. Okay. Because a while ago you just said ears, and I didn't know what you was needed. Uh, Sounds like it. And now he had phantom pains, like anybody does from an amputation. And sometimes it was very, very lethal, the pains, where it'd make him cry like a baby. And other times it wasn't as bad, you know. But I think, or as far as I know, anyways, I love this tripod tenfold compared to them ons. This is made a lot better. It was only $10 higher than the on ones, and it's 6 feet tall. And the on one was only 3.5 feet, no light, no nothing. So I mean, I'm glad that I got this at Cricket, on Southwest Drive, Cricket Wireless. It's in between the Revenue Office and Pizza Inn on the same side on Southwest Drive. Jerry goes, good time for a smoke and a traffic report. Well, half right. Well, yes, and this traffic report tonight is brought to you by me, Mr. Ozzy Neil Rose, the strut man here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and Parker Road Specialty Pharmacy. If you're looking for a good pharmacy, come check out Mike Sue and all the gang here at Parker Road Specialty Pharmacy. They'll hook you right up. You won't be disappointed. The traffic's been running pretty smoothly. I can see it at times behind me. It's not heavily congested on Parker Road or I-555 going northbound or southbound. I can't tell you about Southwest Drive or, as far as that goes, as far as the traffic. But every now and then there'll be one going up and down Parker Road. I think there's a little bit more in the way of traffic going up and down north and southbound of I-555. And that was your traffic report. uh, let's see. Well, uh, at Ailes, am I saying that right? Ailes had, I can't make out the rest. Hey, can you give me a shout out? Well, yeah, at Ailes, because I can't pronounce the rest of it because Ailes had at Ailes. I mean, I'm sorry, I can say that at Ailes. But Jared, we didn't know if you was sick or what from yesterday because I said, I didn't get not a text one from him yesterday. When I was telling him about the live show, I said, that's not like Jared. He's usually sending me something musically, and stuff like that. And I said, him not in the live chat either. I said, something don't sound too good. Oh, I gotta hook this back up. Eh, get in there. Wait a minute. I needed to check this one cord out. Make sure I don't. Is that the one that's bent? Yep, that's why. That's why it wasn't showing that. Mm, yeah. Ugh. Okay. Uh, Jerry goes. Jared says, Scott, I think it's bugged. The government's watching. The government's watching. Uh, Scott is messaging, but you aren't getting them on your live feed. Okay, I guess I ain't. I'm saying from you, Jared. Well, now wait a minute. I see Scott goes, you too. I will tell him what happened. Okay, I've seen that from Scott. Well, I've seen somebody earlier tonight before I went live, and he talking about a bunch of furniture I seen. Uh, Man, he had the furniture. Shonda, are you still here with us? Uh, Jared, yeah, Scott said he was talking to Timothy and Miss Jamie is in the hospital. Yeah, I got a text that she had her appendix taken out today. Told her in text, I'm sorry to hear it. Hey, Jared, do you know if Duck Dynasty still they still having current shows? Jared says, yeah, I think your live is messed up. It could be. You know, the thing about computers is they're like humans. They're flawed, like we all are. You know, that computers make mistakes like us humans do. Shonda goes, "Yes, I am. Okay, good to see you still in here, honey. I didn't know if you was or not. Can you see my car out? Your car out? Can you see? Can you see my car out?" Duck Dynasty, Jerry Ghost stopped producing shows when Phil Robertson passed. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I knew Phil passed away, but I didn't know they ended the show once Phil passed away. Uh, USA goes, my internet is acting stupid tonight. Mine is too. So don't feel like the Long Ranger, USA. I mean, you know, it happens. I mean, one thing about internet, I don't know about if y'all agree or not, but if you don't have patience, it'll teach you that. You know, but what I don't like about the internet is when it keeps testing my patience and keeps testing my patience. That's what I don't like. The only thing that can combat stupid, though, USA, is stupid pills. You got some stupid pills, you can feed it to something or someone stupid, and it might get on their level. That don't sound good. Okay, I see something from Scott here. Can you reach out to Miss Jamie? She is wanting to talk to you, Ozzy. Well, I don't know how to reach out to her while the live show is going on. Uh, Except I hope she gets better. US USA goes, okay. Yeah, USA goes, I'm so full I might have chicken nuggets and ice cream come out my ears. Boy, that would be a mess, wouldn't it? I guess you could have worse things come out your ears though. She's trying to talk to you on here, but I can't hear no audio. Is what I'm saying. There's no way I can hear audio. The only way I can do that is if she has a YouTube channel. Then I could copy the link and send it to her. But other than that, I can't hear her. Can't hear it from anybody. Like y'all in the comments here, but I don't hear nothing. No, I can't hear her. That's what I'm saying. I can't. There's no way I can. I can't hear nothing from anybody. The only way I could do that is if you had a new YouTube channel that I could copy the link, send it to you, then you could come on audio video. Other than that, I can't hear anybody. USA goes, I tried to type earlier, it just put ears. Yeah, I know it, because when you said ears, I thought, huh? Okay, well, tell her I said, hey, I don't, but when you said I could hear her, I can't. The only way I could is if she had a YouTube channel. Then I could send the link, and then I could have her on audio video. Yeah, she just okay. I said yeah. I said hey, and then she's in the comments. Okay, well, tell her just rest up. Hopefully she'll be okay. They should be releasing her. I would figure in a day or two. Well, I can feel the wind behind me. Uh, I wasn't feeling it earlier, but I'm feeling it now. Jared, what'd y'all have for supper? You and your girlfriend, kids. Scott had ice cream. His wife and kids had something else. Let's see here, I was going to do that too while I'm reading comments. Uh, ooh. USA goes, I had a jambalaya for lunch today. Oh, okay. That's good. Jambalaya. Ah. Yeah, I'll leave it on that for a little bit. See. Uh, no, I ain't mad about it. I mean, I had to march on, but I mean, Jerry goes Chinese. Okay, that's good too. I like Chinese food. Now, there's one food I've never tried as far as Asian. Well, two different types. I've never tried Japanese, and I've never got to try Korean. But I've ate Chinese quite a bit. I hear Japanese supposed to be a step above Chinese, but I don't know. Well, did y'all go out for the Chinese, or did y'all make it at home, Jared? Uh, Jerick says Japanese is just a lot fresher, not cooked with as much oils and batters. Okay. Now I hear Kimono is pretty good here in town. Kimono, Japanese restaurant. I'm gonna have to go try the Japanese one of these days because I ain't gonna know if I like it or not unless I go try it. Or I could do like Scott, go get a gallon of ice cream and just eat all of it and have that for supper. Imagine drinking a fifth of Gentleman Jack and then eating a gallon of ice cream. We all know what you'd be doing through the screen. That's for sure. Jared goes, we went to Old Hibachi. I hear Hibachi's good too. USA goes, I donate like six tums, and it ain't working. Sounds like it ain't. If you ate 6 tums, uh, USA. Well, I mean, I'll give you an A for effort because you're trying to take care of it. But Scott goes, eat the whole bottle of tubs. Yeah. I mean, that stuff never did really do me any good back when I used to have acid reflux and stuff. I don't have it anymore, but Tums just never, none of that over the counter stuff ever really helped me. I don't know about y'all. They may work on y'all, but just didn't me. USA goes, I may have to I may have to get some Pepto Bismol. Well, watch out how much of that Pepto you drank, because if you drink too much, it'll constipate the hell out of you. And I mean, it will. Uh, Uh, Maggie, hey, Maggie, Maggie goes, I kind of want to drive my car into a wall at 100 miles per hour. Well, Maggie, if you don't mind me asking, sweetheart, why do you want to do that? Uh, Scott goes, drink a whole bottle. Yeah, he'll be constipated for a month. Jared goes, in Florida, they have alcoholic milkshakes they call sand shakers. Seems like I've heard of that. USA goes, I'll be shitting Chinese curls, or I'll be shitting. I'm sorry, folks. I'll be shitting cheese curls instead of Chinese curls. I've heard of. It seems like I've heard of sand shakers before. Seems like it. But Maggie goes, I kind of want to. I kind of want to drive my car into a wall at 100 miles per hour. Sounds like your life is sucking right now. I hate to hear that. We've all been there, though. I mean, life can be hell on earth at times, and that's true. Well, let's hope you don't start shitting cheese curls, USA. Cheese curls. Uh, and he was laughing with tears coming out of his eyes. I mean, I would be too. Yeah, well, I know this. I know, it'll tell on the Pepto, like you take like that much of Pepto in a little cap. But usually I'll take that. And once I just take that much of it, then I'm constipated, you know. But I'll pray that you don't shit cheese curls, USA. It seems like I've heard of sand shakers before. Maggie, are you still in the live chat here? I'm going to scroll back to that. Let me see here. I kind of want to drive my car into a wall at 100 miles per hour at Maggie J0102 or 0102, I mean. No, I don't see him, Scott. USA goes, I remember I ate 1 pound of cheese and couldn't shit right for a week and a half. Yeah, see, now cheese, I like to just eat cheese. But I got to limit myself to just to a certain point, and that's it, or that's what it does to me, too. He's writing me a paragraph. Okay. Okay. Man. That wind feels a little cool now. Well, Jared, speaking of Phil, I don't know if it was you or somebody was telling me that Psy is now on oxygen now. It don't surprise me they ended production of new shows when Phil died. You know, no, he's not blocked on my end. I've seen your message here, Scott. You are not blocked on my end, Timothy. I haven't blocked nobody. I know one thing I would like to get tonight, though, before the night's over with, and that's a milkshake from over there at Jack in the Box. Scott goes, he may have to restart his phone. You mean Timothy? Me? Well, that's something I hadn't done today, and I have to do that every day, or my phone starts acting crazy. Me? Yeah, yeah, because I haven't. Usually, I do it about 3 or 4 in the evening, usually, and I haven't had even a chance to do that today. Uh, Scott goes, they are writing you all kind of stuff, and you're not seeing it. You're not seeing anything. Well, that's probably what it is. I need to restart my phone because I do have to power it off every day. And the reason why I have to power it off every day is because I do so much social media work. Is why. If you don't do much social media work, used to only had to do it once every 4 or 5 days, maybe to a week. But every day I have to power it off. Scott goes, him and Jamie are talking to you. Okay. I'm not seeing it, but okay. Well, Jared, I wonder if they're going to start back production of that show at some point. Do you know? Or is it just going to be finally over? It's going to be over for good. USA goes, have you seen the show Swamp People? Yeah. It's been a while, but yeah. Scott goes, her feelings are hurt because she thinks you are ignoring her. I'm not ignoring anybody. I know you just can't see the comments. Right. I'm not seeing any. I mean, I'm seeing comments, but I mean, I guess I'm not seeing it from them. Well, I think Jared might have got out because I'm not getting a response from him on, unless he's looking it up. Maybe could be looking it up. Any information on Duck Dynasty? Yeah, there he is. There's Jared. I could see them doing possibly another season with his grandkids taking over the business or learning the ropes. They have a new series called Duck Dynasty: The Revival. Oh, okay. I figured that's what you're probably checking up, Jared. USA goes, I had to take a break on drinking tonight. I bet. Scott goes, I really like Ozzy. He's like a big brother to me coming from. I really like Ozzy. He's like a big brother to me coming from Timothy. I don't understand that. Uh, I really like Ozzy. He's like a big brother to me. Oh, that's what Timothy's saying. Okay. Now I understand it now. Oh, I'm relaying them. Oh, okay. That's what I kind of thought. Because I had to reread it to understand it. So I do. Thanks. Well, I don't blame you tonight taking a break, USA, because I think you drank 2 nights in a row, didn't you? But that's how you don't have hangovers. If you drink every day and night, you don't have hangovers. I gotta stand up a minute. Stand up a second, then I'll sit back down. Ah, ah. There's quite a few vehicles at the gym tonight. I guess people want to get that workout. Ooh, now that feels better now. Yeah, the light went off when I had to unhook this charger. They're gonna get my burger out and whip it down. As Terry would say, force it down. Like he did on TV that night. Last night he was on KIT. He goes, well, I'm gonna let Shane Carter take over while I force down these couple of cheeseburgers, and I'll be back a little bit later with more on the weather. And I thought, force down my butt. Inhale them down. He never came back on. Guess he had his reasons. The burgers are good though. Shonda goes, I am back. I see that. Good to have you back, Shonda. At David Coronado goes, do you believe in Jesus Christ? Yeah. Yep. I will, Scott. Tell her I will. Thanks for the hearts, David. Yes, I do. USA goes, I believe in Jesus Christ too. I think about all of us on here too. Sandra goes, there's a raccoon in my yard. A while ago. God goes, without Jesus, none of us would be here. That's true. Well, certainly true, my friend. That is 100% a fact. Ah. We'll say goes, I had the munchies tonight over and over 8. It happened. Scott goes, I am here, Tim. Scott goes, for you. Yeah, I'll pray for her. I mean, I guess she's okay. I mean, she had her appendix taken out. I'm sure they probably got her on some, medicine, antibiotics, as well as probably pain meds. I'll pray for her. I mean, as far as I know, it was just a sudden like thing. So I guess she had no warning and it just was about ready to burst, I guess. The other thing goes, I had my gallbladder removed before it hurt like hell. Well, I didn't. Mine hurt on me for a while before they take it out. Shonda goes, or Ask Scout Girl goes, what is one thing you are really grateful for today? To be alive. That's the main thing. Shonda goes, I had to go get a fishing pole and hit it out of my yard back to the woods. Oh, okay. That's why you. My gallbladder hurt me for a good 3 months before I got out of a lot of pain. Scott goes, if it ruptured, it can kill you. Talking about appendix or, yeah, I know it can appendix. Shonda goes, I think it was a cost fishing pole. Costco. Scott goes, was her gallbladder or appendix? Well, I understand it was her appendix. Scott. Uh, hey, it's Deputy McGinnis. Are you really homeless? I guess you could say that. I sleep in a tent at night. I could rent a place, but if I did, I would go, without some of my needs. Not wants, but needs. At least sleeping in a tent, I don't really go without any needs. But if my finances was better by $500 to $600, then I could afford to rent a place, and I still wouldn't go without my needs. I remember that I had a staph infection on my leg. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. Yeah, I bet. Scott goes, yeah, that's no good. USA goes, I tell you what is good is Whoppers from Burger King. Yeah, they're good. Scott goes, can you go back later and read all the comments, Ozzy? Yeah. hmm Shonda goes, the dog kept barking at the raccoon, and I couldn't get some sleep. Wow. USA goes, I usually don't get in bed until 3. Most time I don't till 6. Most generally. Let's charge up. Okay. Uh, shit. Uh, mm, uh, excuse me. Jared goes, if you had your dream band, who would be in it, famous or not? If you had a dream band, who would be in it, famous or not? I'd have Jimmy Page as the lead guitarist. Uh, for sure, him. Uh, I thought he was always about the greatest guitarist there ever was Jimmy Page. Uh, Shonda goes, at first I thought it was Cat that the dog was barking at. I bet. But yeah, I would have Jimmy Page, currently the age he is right now, doing lead guitar. But I would have, like, if I could have like an all-star band, uh, yeah, I wouldn't mind having for a drummer. Uh, uh, oh heck, my mind went blank. Uh, Ginger Rogers. I think if I said his name right. He was the drummer for Cream. Ginger Baker. I'm sorry. I would like to have him for his drummer, as far as that goes. Uh, Bassist Michael Anthony. Uh, you know, USA goes. I'd want Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. The whole world's turning the pot. But yeah, I mean, and then on lead vocal, me. But nobody can make a bass guitar sound like Michael Anthony does. So I'll give him that. Now it's the same bass solo. When I seen him twice in concert, it was the same bass solo, but nobody can make that bass guitar sound spacey like Michael Anthony could. Yeah, I liked Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard together singing "The Whole World's Turning the Pot." Okay, this one's charged. So let's see here. Well, I'll tell you what, I need to hook these headphones up. I mean, I like that video they did, a song video that they did together. I thought that was pretty cool. Shonda goes, B, because I have to cat. One is a host cat, and one is half and wild and host cat. Okay. What did I do? Oh, let's see, where's it at? Right there. Ooh, damn! I'd wake up the dead. All I like in the Jack's Munchie Meal now is just one taco, and I have it all wiped out. Shonda goes, one is named Pearl, and the other one is named Fat Cat. Okay. Jared goes, Rick Allen on drums, Flea on bass, and Tom Morello as lead guitarist. All sound really good. Uh, uh, oh, yeah. I mean, Rick Allen has the one arm, but the other part that plays with the other arm is mechanical. Uh, it's digital, I guess the best way to say it. USA goes, the song Don't Stop Believing is good. Mm-hmm. Journeys Don't Stop Believing. Yeah, it's a real good song. Jerry goes, have you heard Tom Morello on guitar? He can make it sound like a digital robot. I've heard the name Tom Morello. Who is he with? What band is he? Because I think I know, but I'm not for sure on that, Jared. Who does Tom play for? Because I know his name. I was just trying to remember who he's with. Rage Against the Machine. Okay, yeah. I think Pro Jam, but I don't know. Okay, Jared said Rage Against the Machine, which they're okay. You know, Rage Against the Machine is. USA goes, oh, yeah. I knew that the name was real familiar. Uh, I'll tell you somebody who was real excellent on the guitar. Uh, no matter no matter what, and that was Glenn Campbell. He was a Beach Boy, real young in his life. He was a member of the Beach Boys. He had played for Elvis on some recordings. I mean, he was just one of the best guitarists that there ever was. Jerry goes, and he was in Audio Slave. Yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, I liked Audio Slave better than I did Pearl Jam. That was me on that. USA goes, the Bee Gees too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, to me, I just really like the singing and the sound better in Audio Slave than I did Pearl Jam. Don't get me wrong, I like Pearl Jam. No, wait a minute. I'm not thinking, not Pearl Jam. I'm talking about Soundgarden. I liked I liked Audio Slave because Chris Cornell sang for both. I like I liked him in Audio Slave better than I did Soundgarden. That was just me. I was getting mixed up with Pearl Jam, but I meant Soundgarden. Now, I'm not knocking Soundgarden either. I'm not knocking them. I mean, I just really liked Chris Cornell's singing. I thought was better than Audio Slave, and I thought I liked the music better than Audio Slave. Man, I don't know if Barry Gibbs is doing anything or not. He's the only one of them brothers that's alive. The other three is done passed on, so I don't know if he's doing anything. I know he was the oldest of all of them too, so I know he'd be pretty well up there too in age. USA goes, I tell you a weird dude, that's Marilyn Manson. Yeah, yeah, it's that's a strange brew, all right. I agree. Uh, I think he's for sure probably one of those. Not only that, just weird. I mean, I understand we all had to be different, but that's a strange type of wicked. Uh, USA goes, I heard he took his ribs out to do, you know what? To do, you know what? Well, I don't know. He took his ribs out for what reason? Uh, I was saying this woman that has a daily, and I think a nightly show on YouTube, on TikTok. She goes by Lydia Dot Marie, and she lives in Florida, I think Orlando. And someone stole her trash can, and she made a little 1 minute video, I think, about it today, and I seen it, and she was pretty pissed off. Naturally, I mean, I don't blame her. Who steals the trash can? I was like her about it. And then she goes, "Can you bring it back?" Jared goes, "Iggy Pop is a weirdo." Yeah, he is too. You're right. He is. He's very weird. People do strange things all the time. Don't get me wrong. Uh, and that's true. And we all got to be different, I guess, in some way. Uh, but I ain't taking my ribs out for nothing. I like them right where they're at. USA. You know what I'm saying? Uh, there's no amount of money would make me be awake and take out one of my ribs, much less all of them or any of them, any amount of them. I like them right where they're at. Shows I got only two people in here. So, Jared, I guess it counts me a lot of the time. So it's just me and you, Jared, I guess. Well, there's USA. My ribs are important. I think he got like three removed. If he got any of them removed, then I would think he seriously needs to go for some mental evaluation. Uh, but I would say that about him anyways, because look, just on appearance alone, he would need to go for a mental evaluation. So that's one there I'll never figure out. Will be Marilyn Manson. Jerry goes, when me and my old lady used to argue, I would tell my buddy, would you believe Adam gave a rib up for this? Yeah, yeah, Adam didn't he? I don't think she was worth it, personally. Now, watch me. All the women in Jonesboro hate my guts now. You know, used to love her, but I had to kill her. So I buried her in my backyard because I had to keep her. Jared goes, she ate the damn fruit. Yeah, you're right, buddy. I guess Scott must have got out. USA goes, speaking of ribs, I haven't ate ribs in a while. Are you hungry again? If you are, you must be a growing boy. Scott, are you here? I don't think Scott's here anymore. Uh, Jared goes, yum, ribs, and booze. Well, I mean, I guess beer would go good with ribs, I guess, if you think about it. A good, clean, cold beer. USA goes, I am ate an edible instead of drinking tonight. Oh, you ate an edible. No wonder you've had the munchies. I mean, shoot, if I ate an edible, I'd probably be trying to eat this tripod after I just finished this burger over here. Uh, I bet I ate an edible instead of drinking tonight. So I guess what nights you don't drink, you get on the pato. Uh, he goes, USA goes, about ate my fridge empty. I think you have. I had an old cousin. He's dead now, and he was so much more older than me, and he was a severe alcoholic. He was up there in the hills. And the only time he would take a puff off marijuana cigarette is only when he was drunk and if somebody passed it around. One night he took a few puffs off a marijuana cigarette to get drunk. He went home and ate every bit of the food in the refrigerator and both deep freezers. And his wife knew something was up with him. And when she found out he had been smoking on some pato, and she went to the one that rolled it up and let him take a few puffs, and she let him have a piece of her mind. He said he ate every fucking thing in the house. So, yeah, you know, uh, and that's what can happen. I mean, today's pot that you get in the dispensaries, anyways, is so much higher than any pot you ever got off the streets. So I could see where you could probably eat yourself to death. Literally. You know, just think if someone gave you quite a few edibles and you ate them and you were broke and had no money and no food in your home, you would probably go hold up a fast food place just to get something to eat. And that would be terrible. You go before a judge and he's sitting there shaking his head at you and asks you, what the hell happened to you? Why did you hold that fast food restaurant up just for food, not any money. What's the matter with you? If you said, well, I had a few edibles and I was broke and I didn't have no money now, so I had the munchies. You say, well, we're going to munch you right into the prison system. You ever say, goes, I ate edibles a lot sometimes. I'll smoke it, get the munchies, bad sometimes. Yeah. Well, it is true. The THC strength in the marijuana dispensaries is so much higher than any of it that you could have ever bought off the streets, even back in the day. So, yeah, I know I had my blackout from eating a bag full of edibles after doing quite a few hotlines and woke up in a baseball hospital. So, them edibles can be monsters, you know. Jared goes, Bud back in the day was like 14%. I'm smoking 28.5% now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like it's better than any of it back in the day, So USA goes, I get mine from the medical dispensary. That's what I figured you probably did. I would tell anybody that's the only way you need to really go, because if you buy any of it off the streets, it's going to have fentanyl in it. At least there it ain't going to have no fentanyl in it. But I know Scott got out because I asked about him several times in here and he didn't jump in. So Scott got out. Uh, but that's good that you get it from a medical dispensary. That way you don't have to worry about no fentanyl or ecstasy being put in, and like they do the drugs on the streets today. So, uh, USA goes, I smoked some weed one time and had a bad panic attack. Yeah, there is some weed that can cause that. I remember back in the 80s, I smoked a joint that a friend of mine gave me, and man, it gave me a panic attack. So some pot can, you know. So you're right. Shonda, hey Shonda, she goes, how many snakes? How many? Wait a minute. Message retracted by Shonda. She goes, how many snakes? I've seen that part of it, and then she retracted it. Jerry goes, or I heard people have been spraying it with some kind of synthetic stuff. It could be. Sean goes, how many snakes have you seen before? Oh, Lord. I've seen I bet I've seen thousands of snakes in my time, altogether, I couldn't tell you a set amount, but probably close to 2 or 3 thousand in my life as far as seeing, you know. But yeah, they may be spraying the marijuana today, Jared. Uh, right. Uh, what types were they? I've seen more water snakes than I have as far as the majority goes, like cottonmouths, water moccasins, but I've also seen just non-poisonous water snakes. You know, I would say besides them, copperheads, you know, then I've seen a whole shitload of rat snakes too. Uh, and rat snakes come in all different sizes and colors, different colors too. A rat snake does. USA goes, water moccasins are dangerous. Yeah, they can be very lethal. The thing about anti venom is this, though. If you're getting anti venom, that's intravenously, and the pain that goes through your body is out this roof, because anti venom is made out of the poison from the snake. So Jerry goes, but I can tell you for sure a little of today's herd goes a lot further because at the higher percentage, you don't have to buy it by the lid anymore and hope it's good. There you go, right? Shonda goes, I've seen a big dead rattlesnake before. I've seen rattlesnakes. When I lived in Oklahoma, I've seen more of them than I did any type of snake was rattlesnakes. I've seen them mainly there. Uh, but a good rattlesnake is a dead one. I'm sure you'd agree, Shonda. USA goes, I used to get paranoid swimming in creeks because of water moccasins. Well, I mean, you got a lot of different other water snakes when it comes to water, and they're not poisonous, you know. So the only ones you have to worry about is what we call cottonmouths water moccasins. That's the only ones you have to worry about. All the rest of them are non-poisonous, but still they can make you sick. Don't get me wrong if you got bit by one. I mean, I don't blame Lydia for getting mad about a trash can because it was like a city trash can, you know, like we get here in Jonesboro. And someone stole her trash can. So, I mean, I didn't blame her for being mad about that. You know, Jared goes, if you see some of the waters I've jumped into, you would ask, what is wrong with you? Well, the thing about a snake in the water, once you hit that water, that snake scares off. So, like, you usually don't have to worry about it. If you're already in the water and you see a snake, just shoot with your. Okay. Y'all still with me, I guess. It kept reconnecting and reconnecting on its own. So, uh, wait a minute. Let's see what my percentage is. What did I do with it? Oh, right here. Is that it? Okay. I think it is. We'll see. Uh, she goes, I know where there's a western diamondback rattlesnake, a normal diamondback rattlesnake, and a red diamondback rattlesnake. Yeah. Let's see what my percentage is. Come on. 47. Okay. Y'all let me know if you're still in here. Huh. Jared, Shonda, USA, let me know if y'all are still in the live chat. Just say I'm here. Hey guys, if you're still here, let me know that you're here, Shonda, USA, and Jared. Because if not, I'll end the show. Okay, I don't think they're here anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. But anyways, it's been a great show tonight, everybody. I come on an hour late at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm so sorry for that. Hopefully, the show will be on time tomorrow night. More than not, it is at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Uh, And I'm the host of the show, Mr. Ozzy Neil Rose, hoping you had a great day. I hope you're having a great night. God bless you all. And until tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm the Strutting Man saying good night, everybody. God bless you all. So long for now.